Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have a really quick, easy rib recipe you can do for the slow cooker. So I already have some meat that I had marinating overnight since 9:30 last night. It is 12:24 right now. I'm getting this in kind of late, 12:24 p.m. I marinated it with this brown sugar bourbon packet. And basically, you just add a quarter cup of oil, quarter cup of water, 2 tablespoons of regular vinegar or apple cider vinegar, and then you need 2 pounds of beef, pork, chicken, or shrimp. So I'm using beef ribs. So yeah, I had these marinating overnight. This is supposed to be for the grill, but it's Grill Mates. I decided I'm gonna use it for the slow cooker. So right here I have about 2.5 tablespoons of liquid smoke, and I'm going to add this to the bag. I'm just going to give it a quick little stir, or a little zhuzh. I only have 2.5 tablespoons left of it, or else I would have done at least 3. But I'm working with what I got. So I'm going to dump these into the crock pot. I have some onions coarsely chopped, just 1 onion coarsely chopped up, just to give them a little bit of flavor. Okay, so I'm going to assemble these in a little bit better. There's a lot of meat on these. This is all meat and then bones, so these are going to be pretty delicious. I paid, it was like 1.8 pounds of these, and I paid $10 for each package. $20 worth of meat right here. Okay, so I did all the bones down. Or I mean all the bone up. That's what I'm doing. There we go. Like so. Now I decided that with these, I just tasted the rub. It says brown sugar bourbon. I'm not sure if it gets sweeter as it cooked, but tasted kind of bitter, so I'm gonna just add some brown sugar to the top. Just a little sprinkle, and then at the end we'll see how it is. I also have some barbecue sauce from the chicken drumstick video. It's like a sweet barbecue sauce, because I think I added brown sugar to it. You can also add some of that. And you know what? I have some of this smokehouse maple. I'm just gonna sprinkle some of this on, because why not? I take these recipes and I use them as inspiration. As Kim would say from the WODs, I watch her a lot. I like her personality. Okay. So I already have this on low, and I'm gonna let this cook for like 6-7 hours, and I'll show you how it looks when we're about ready to serve it up. I'm also gonna make some homemade mac and cheese later. I'll show you how I do that. So today I'm going to show you how I make my apple crisp, and I usually have the recipe. It calls for 10 medium apples, but that's a lot for me, so I'm just doing 5 medium apples. These are Gala. That's what I had at hand. You're gonna peel, slice, and core these, and luckily I have my apple slicer, peeler, and decore. This works out so awesomely. And then this bowl, this is going to be the topping. This is 1 cup oats, 1 cup brown sugar, and 1 cup flour, and then 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. Did I say baking soda? Baking soda and baking powder. And then right here is what you're going to top the apples with. This is 1/2 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of flour, and you're also going to have to pour, I think it's 1/2 cup of water over top. I'll check the recipe. And then this is also for the crumble. This is 1 stick of butter that you're going to melt and mix in here. So let's get these apples peeled, and I will show you what I do next. And that's how that's done. It's pretty awesome. So I forgot to start recording when I was mixing the apples with the sugar and flour, but I decided to only do a 1/4 cup of sugar since these are Gala. They're a little bit sweeter. If you're using like a Granny Smith, I could see, yeah, go ahead and use a 1/2 cup. So that's what I did, and I forgot to add some cinnamon. I just added some cinnamon. I didn't really measure it. And so now I'm going to mix together the dry ingredients, which is a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and a cup of oats, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And then also I added some cinnamon to this as well. I don't know how I just totally forgot to tell you guys that part. So I'm going to go warm up my butter. So I got my melted butter. I'm going to add that in. And I also forgot to mention that I did grease my pan. I have the oven preheated to 350. I'm going to mix this in. So I added 2 more apples. So I ended up using 7 of those fairly small Gala apples, and it got me enough for this tray. And then also I added a 1/4 cup of water just to the bottom. So I think that should be enough. Now I'm going to take this mixture and place it over top. So I have some left over. I should have halved this. I should have just did a 1/2 cup of each instead of a whole cup. I totally didn't realize. But you know what? I'm going to put this in a bag, life save. I'm going to suck the air out of it and freeze it, and then I can use it for another time and make apple crisps. So it's not going to go to waste. This is what this would look like once you have all the crumble on top. You're going to put this in your oven for, I believe, 45 minutes. I think it's 45 minutes. I'll double check on that for you. So I'm going to put that in, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Here it is. I just took it out. It was in for 45 minutes. It was just bubbling. But yeah, it was just all bubbly when I took it out. So that's how you make apple crisp. This is, oh, by the way, this dish is not a 9 by 13. It is, I think it's a little bit smaller, which is why I have the recipe. So that's how you make the apple crisp. I really hope you guys try it. It's very delicious. So right now I'm melting the butter for the macaroni and cheese. Right here I have 3 tablespoons of flour, a teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon pepper, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and a teaspoon of paprika. I'm going to add that in. Give it a good whisk. You want to let the flour cook down a little bit, because it is raw. You don't want it raw flour. So it's getting bubbly. I have 2 cups of milk I'm going to add. I'm going to let this come to a slight bubble and show you what I do next. This is how my ribs are doing. This is 5 hours after I put them in, and I have been basting them as it goes. There's a lot of juices at the bottom, so these are almost done. So this is just starting to come to a slight bubble. I'm going to turn my heat down. You don't want it to start bubbling. It's definitely gotten thicker. And so now I'm going to add 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese. And whisk this in until it's smooth. So I got it to the consistency I wanted. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to add my pasta I already have cooked. This is 2 cups of pasta, 2 cups uncooked, and then I cooked it, so I'm mixing it in.
Oh, okay.
So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. It is nice and creamy, and I'll show you everything plated up. Here it is, everything plated up, macaroni, the ribs, just made some mixed vegetables. I put a little bit of barbecue sauce on those ribs. Looking good. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, watch my other videos, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.